Hello guys, welcome again to my channel where we discuss immigration, travel, job opportunities, interview tips, career growth, success, and many more topics that relate to success. What we'll be discussing just now is about that question, tell me about your experience. So this is a question that often, come up while you are being interviewed. There are reasons why this question are being asked. I'll be giving two major reasons why an interviewer will ask you this question. Um, Basically, the first reason why an interviewer will ask you that question is to be able to identify that you know, you are a match to that job that is being interviewed for. So the second one is if your work experience is a match, that's the first one. And the second one is they want to be sure you have the needed experience, you have the needed skills, that will make you perform well on the job. For every employer, they want to actually get the best, and every business is interested in growth. So, and every business is interested in somebody whom they'll bring in and will become part of their team, to promote the accelerated growth that they are yearning for. So it's not just enough to get someone into the role or the job, and that person is not, if a perfect match for the job. So the very aim of the employer is to get the best hand out of the multitude that must have put in for the job. And so in doing that, they want somebody whom they are not going to spend a lot of time training. So they want to be able to see that you are the type that, you have done something similar or something exactly as something you are coming in for. So this will make the the time the amount of time they are going to invest on you in training and getting you familiarized with the job will be lesser if you have actually done a similar job in the past. And this is why they actually want to know. So now there are six type of experience that every employer wants to hear. So all you need to do is, while giving your answer, you want to incorporate this in your answer. You want to have this in mind, that there are six type of experience that they are interested in. The very first one is that every employer is wanting a candidate who have previously worked with people as part of a team. Every job role requires that you work with people. It is only in some cases and in very rare cases that you will be working alone. You are if for example you are in a bank, you are in a hospital, as a nurse, for example, you work with a doctor, you work with assistant doctor, you will work with lab people, you will work with different people. So that team spirit has to be in you. You have to be that type of a person that can work with people. So every employer is interested in that candidate who have previously worked as part of a team, who have worked as part of an organization where a goal was set and you are able to meet that goal. The goal in a hospital, for example, is to see all patients that come into the facility, being catered for and cared for, and them leaving the hospital better than they come in. And that's it. In a bank, in a service providing institution, so you like that. So, and that's how it is. Number two, experience. Every employer is interested in a candidate who have experience in, or who have experience working under pressure. So if you have worked under pressure before, you are able to deliver on time, you are able to meet targets, you are able to, you are not overwhelmed when it gets really busy. So because you're used to working under pressure, meeting deadline and all that. So every employer is actually interested in that candidate who can just working under pressure. So you want to incorporate this in your answer. At the end of this, all the criteria, the 6 types of experience that the interviewer or the employer is interested in, I would try and frame an answer that would encompass these experiences, and you can personalize them in your interview. So every employer is actually interested in a candidate who has critical thinking and a problem-solving capability. So, every employer is interested in somebody who is self-motivated, somebody who can actually withstand challenges when they come, without necessarily looking for people, a candidate who has initiative, who can use their brain to solve problems as they come up. Because definitely, even when in the best organization where processes have been automated, things have been put in place in order not to have breakdown, there are times that there will be breakdown. There are times that the process will not just work. So what do you do at that time? It only takes an employee who has a problem solving ability, a critical thinking, and who are able to use their initiative, that will be able to come up with a solution right then and then. So that's kind of candidate that any institution or an employer is interested in. That's number 3. Number 4, every employer is interested in a candidate that has communication skill. Communication skill in every organization is key. So you want to incorporate this in your answer when they ask you about your experience. So you want to be, and this communication it goes down to oral. You want to be able to speak with clients, you want to be able to speak with colleagues, you want to be able to pass your message in such a way that what you intended to pass is what is being received by the person you are actually communicating with. Every employer wants a candidate who is able to give report. Every employer wants a candidate who is able to write mail, both internal and external mail. So that is that is the type of experience that every employer needs from a candidate that is being interviewed. So you want to actually say that as part of your experience. Number 5, customer service. In every organization, in every institution, it is either you are a service provider or you are into product manufacturing on anything. What you do is you are interfacing. You have some set of people you are serving, and that's why that institution is created. So you want to be able to know how to manage customer, how to relate with customer. If in the hospital they call them patients, the customer is referred to as patient. In maybe a legal institution, they call them clients. In maybe business, they say customer. Notwithstanding what name a customer is being called, a customer is still customer. So people you serve, people that buy from you, all these people are referred to as customer. You know, people you serve as a doctor are your own customer. People you serve as a banker are your own customer. You know, and that's what it is. So every institution or interviewer or employer wants a candidate that can relate well with the customer, such that the customer will have a wonderful experience and would be willing to come back to interact with that institution. So you want to incorporate that as part of your experience, that you've got excellent customer service relation. You have done that before, you have done this before, you know, like that. So this is one of those things you actually want to mention as part of your experience. Use of software and IT experience. You know, so as I would just chip in this, that as a radiographer, you want to say that you have experience in radiology information service. You want to say you have experience in record keeping, in archiving of images. You want to say that you have experience in PACS. You know, so these are things you want to say. You know, so there are different software, different packages that are, you know, related to different profession or career or job role. So you want to, you know, be able to pinpoint those software, those packages that you have experience in them. So these 6 types of experiences, you want to really highlight them when you are asked about your experience. Even when you are not asked about your experience, while one of those things you want to do is while you are, you know, giving a short brief about yourself, you know, an introduction of yourself, if you are able to put in all these experiences in your introduction, this will be a very good one and fantastic one. So for example, if that question is asked, what are your experiences? One of those things you want to say is that I have a varied and great experiences that are a fit or a match to this role. I have worked, you know, in an organization where the customer throughput is high. So this put me under pressure and I was able to deliver. It's as part of my experience while working with the organization, I have interacted with several clients, different patients, different customers, such that I was able to manage different expectations. I was able to meet deadline. I was able to communicate effectively, you know, passing information from my manager to this, to that, to that. I have been able to gather experience over the years while working. I have been able to gather experience in the use of Microsoft Word, in the use of this. That is, I have been able to send correspondence. I give weekly report. I do this. I do that. I do that. So when you are able to combine all these things into your experience, you know, this will be a fantastic one. And that is how you can actually answer that question. Tell me about your experience. If this content, this video has some information that might be useful to you and that person on that friend of yours on your friend list, do well to click on the like button, click on the share button and put down your comments. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video.